Is the 2025 BMW S1000XR too much for winter? Right, welcome back to another video, and this one's about this S1000XR. Is it a bit of buyer's remorse? Let's get into it, but first I need to go drop a parcel off. I was going to bin a load of clothes and some sort of like label stuff, you know, like Ralph Lauren and Lacoste, and I was going to chuck it all to charity, and then my missus said try Vinted. So anyway, I put it all on Vinted at the weekend and woke up to about 20 parcels, which is great, but you've got to drop them here, there and everywhere. The lockers are brilliant. I was a bit intimidated by them lockers, I'll be honest, but it worked. It worked okay. Right, I'm just going to go drop this parcel. Hopefully they take it in the post office here.
See you again. Thank you.
Hiya, Yodel. Oh, I knew it. You know, when I stopped on my back, I thought, oh, I can't be bothered, take my helmet off everything, and I bet they don't take it. One at the end, innit? Nice one. See you later. Have a good weekend. Oh, this is what I mean. This is why I can't be arsed doing this Vinted. I mean, I woke up to about 200 quid in my, in sales. So I thought, well, that's all right, because it was all, I'll be honest, it was all stuff I was going to take to the charity shop. Right, I'm going to go to this other post office and then leave the bike there. Oh, smell weed. How often do you, when you're out on your bike, smell weed? Right, I'm going to go drop this parcel here at the post office, or whatever it's called there, and then jump on the bike and have a little chat about the S1000XR. Right, that's that done. Nice guy in there. They do in-post as well, so the in-post is the lockers. Actually, the in-post is really easy. It's not difficult at all. Right, we're off. We're off again. This is a big lump, this and all. You know, when you're manoeuvring at slow speed. So it's a mega bike at speed. So let's have a chat about this S1000XR. So I bought this back in April. So I've not had it overly long. Just tipped over 1,000 miles. Done 1,099, I think it was, when I looked this morning. And I think the bike's awesome. It really is. It's awesome. But what happened in summer, I found myself jumping on the Fireblade all the time. And I thought, look, I've paid quite a lot of money for this bike. I need to be using it more. But when I was sat on the bike, you know, I wasn't getting that same buzz, that same excitement as I did with the Fireblade. And I mean, that's obviously quite apparent. They're completely two different bikes. But when I was looking at this in the garage, I'll be honest, I still don't get that real, oh yeah, I want to jump on that and have a ride. I look at my Fireblade and I think, oh yeah, I want to jump on that and have a ride. But so that's why I thought I'm going to make this video, because I'm not sure whether I'm suffering with a bit of buyer's remorse. I've never suffered with it before, and I've bought a lot of bikes over the last 5 years. I really have. And I thought, oh, has that time come? Has that buyer's remorse hit Jim from Mid-Bike Crisis? Is it my time? So I thought I wanted to just... That brake lever feels really low all of a sudden. I wonder why. Maybe just I've not ridden it for a while. I thought, right, I need to speak to you guys, because I do value your sensible opinions. I need to maybe adjust that brake pedal. And then when I get on the bike and have a little blast and open it up, I think, oh, it's a great bike, it really is. So it's a little bit, let's say, a bit of a love-hate relationship, I would say, with this bike. And look, I don't want to sound ungrateful, because to somebody else this will be their dream bike, but for me it was never my dream bike. The reason I bought this bike was because I do like these style of bikes, you know, like upright, comfortable bikes, for more so for winter really, because in the summer months I like riding my 954, I like riding my Triple R Fireblade, and I've owned a few Africa Twins over the years. I've had 3 Africa Twins, so I really do like this upright, comfortable riding position, but I found the Africa Twins just a little, they weren't exciting enough for me on the ride, on the acceleration. So I thought, right, I'll have a look at this XR, because it's the S1000XR engine, just slightly detuned at 170 brake horse, I think this one is now. So it's got plenty of perk, but I just haven't had that real connection with the bike yet. Maybe that's because I've not ridden it a lot. Just over 1,000 miles. It's, you know, it's not a lot, is it? I've done, I think, nearly 2,000 on my Fireblade this summer, so, you know, double the mileage, which, you know, speaks volumes. So I just wanted to really, you know, reach out to all my subscribers and non-subscribers. If you're watching this video and you don't subscribe, do us a favour and hit the like and subscribe button. That really helps my channel grow. But I just wanted the community really just to feed back to me and give us their thoughts. You know, have you had buyer's remorse in the past? Am I being a little bit premature? Should I be waiting, ride it out through the winter? Because I was looking last night on Auto Trader, I was looking at different bikes, and when I traded the last bike, well, I didn't trade one actually for this, I traded the K1, the Gixxer. Jeez, I've had that many flipping bikes, can't keep up. Anyway, I traded the Suzuki GSXR 1000 K1 for this. So I put quite a chunk down in the form of a deposit with the trade-in. But I was also looking at the M1000 single R. What else was I looking at? The 200, which was just about to be released, I think. So the new model 1100 200 factory. And what else did I look at? The Ducati Street Fighter, but the price put me off. You know, it's like 30,000 quid. It's just mental money. On a PCP, that'd be about £400 or £500 a month. It's just maybe more actually. It depends how much money you put into it. But I just thought I just can't justify. I like the look of them, but I can't justify. That was the other bike I was looking at, the MT10. I know they've got some problems with the Euro 5. They can't get it all passed or something for the UK, so it's not currently available for sale. But they do have, if you look on Auto Trader, there's a few 2025 registered bikes. It's the 22 model, I think, which they look amazing and they sound awesome. And that's why I wanted to make this video. I was thinking to myself, have I made the wrong choice? Because yes, they are completely different bikes, but for me, bike riding isn't about doing, you know, hundreds of miles in a day. It really isn't. For me, bike riding is about jumping on my Fireblade, for example, and having a ride up to the coast and having a fish and chips and a cup of tea and having a chat with people about bikes, and then riding home. That's my lifestyle on bikes. That's what I'm about. And part of me bought this to sort of partake in some touring, which didn't happen because, like I just said earlier, I just kept jumping on the on the Fireblade. So I'm going to pull over in a minute and we'll have a little walk around the bike and have a look at it, because you can't deny it, it's a lovely looking machine and it is exciting, but it just, there's something missing on the bike for me. Maybe it's, I mean, it's a big lump and all, isn't it? It is a big lump. I mean, I've got on some of my smaller bikes and you think, oh, it's just so much easier to manoeuvre around at low speed. But anyway, look, I'll pull over and let's have a little walk around the bike. So it's like I said, it's an absolutely stunning machine. It really is. I mean, pros for me, we've got, you know, it's got an incredible engine and performance to match. It really does. It's a summer rip it bike. It really is. The tech, it's got, you know, some really high tech stuff on the bike. It really has. It's comfy. It's, you know, it's big. It's got plenty of road presence, which I really like. But as we're coming into winter and the roads are getting cold and a little bit greasy, I'm starting to wonder if it's the right bike. I mean, could you do some touring on an MT10? That's a possibility. I was having a look at the Yamaha website last night, and you can spec up a touring pack for about 750 quid, which includes a tall screen, a big 36 litre backpack for the back and some other bits. So I thought, do you need a big bike if you wanted to do some touring, which was the plan when I bought the bike. But look, am I being a little bit too premature? Do I need to slow down? Because I do have an habit of rushing into things sometimes and can be a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Impulsive. That's the word I'm looking for. So because this is so new and I paid just short of 19 grand, I think, for the bike, trade-ins aren't going to be great, are they? We're going to be sort of like 14, 15 grand. And I can't really afford to take that much of a hit on that bike, and I don't want to chuck more money into another bike. So my head's telling me to keep hold of the bike, ride it through the winter, get up to the springtime, and then look for something like an MT10, a Aprilia Tuono, you know, so I've got something to complement the Fireblade, which is what I want. So I don't always want to be, you know, tucked over on the Fireblade. I want some comfort, but I also want some, you know, some speed as well, which this definitely does. But it's just not as exciting, is it? Let's be honest, as a hyper naked bike. It really isn't. It's up there with the speed, 170 brake horse. It'll wheelie this thing. It's pretty nuts. But it just doesn't excite me enough, I think, to continue owning it. So probably a really bad time to consider selling it or trading it in, because the trading values are going to be really low. Probably a good time to buy a bike, because coming into winter now and dealers want deals. They want to sell the bikes. I've bought plenty of bikes November, December and had some real cracking deals. But to sell a bike and trade in, probably the worst time. So I think I am probably being a little bit premature. I think I need to ride it out, and now the Fireblade's sort of going to be tucked away, this will be a good opportunity to ride this bike a little bit more through the winter months. But one of the negatives for me, I think, is because the bike's so punchy and high revving, and it's obviously sports tyres, it just wants to be off all the time. Unlike, for example, comparing it to a GS, which I've owned before, 1250 GS. It's got the low down torque, and you feel a lot safer. Whereas this, I had a couple of incidences just coming here then. The roads are greasy, and if you wind it on in Dynamic Pro a little bit, the traction's kicking in and starts going a bit, makes your tummy do this a little bit, or the other bit, do that a little bit. So what am I going to do, guys? Am I regretting the purchase of the S1000XR? Absolutely not. I still really do love the bike. I really do enjoy riding the bike as well. But this video really is about awareness that, you know, we sometimes buy based on summer dreams, you know, big horsepower, high revving motorbikes, but then don't take into consideration coming into the colder winter months. So I'm going to keep riding the XR throughout the winter months, and I'll keep delivering content on the bike. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to use the bike, and but I will always, it'll be in the back of my mind, you know, if there was an MT10 or an Aprilia Tuono that we could just do a swap on, would I swap? I don't know. I mean, are they the right bikes for winter? Probably not, are they? I mean, this one's probably better suited for winter riding. Could swap out the tyres. I mean, because I've not ridden it in winter, I don't know what the tyres are like. They might be decent, but it just feels like there's a bit too much going on down here for winter rides when you don't want to be sort of chasing the red line all the time. Well, I don't anyway. In winter, I want to be more subdued, a little bit more chilled and comfortable, which this definitely is. But you've got the advantage of the 170 brake horsepower if you want it. So if you're in the same boat as me and you've bought a big bike like this and that smile's just getting a little bit smaller, this video is definitely for you. Let's ride it, test it, and I'll bring you the verdict. Is the 2025 BMW S1000XR too much for winter? Drop your comments down below, guys, and ride safe, and I'll catch you all on the next video.